Welcome to Not Imagining Podcast with Miles Jones
and Kalia Aaron, where we discuss the importance of growing while experiencing life challenges, healing, intent, alignment, and purpose.
Wow, this could really be something big.
Not imagine? Knowing you might find someone to replace me.
Not imagine?
I just wanted more insight on what actually happens when a guy gets his heart broken, and why is the change so dramatic, especially in comparison to a female. A woman.
Do you think it's okay? One, do you really think it's a complete difference than when you guys get your heart broken compared to a man?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. Let's talk about it.
Well, I've always heard. So I'm gonna talk about what I've heard, and I can talk about myself personally. I've always heard that like when women get their heart broken, they go into it with another guy. You know what I mean? Like when they get their heart broken, they like try to fix it in another guy, or like try to like, you know what I mean? And guys sometimes.
Are you talking about like just get a rebound? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
And guys, I heard they go to the gym or they may, honestly, guys may do the same shit or try to. Like I've been in situations like back when my heart was broken and shit like that. It's like the guys like, yo, let's go out and shit like that. And it's just like no, like it's not what I want to do. Like I want to grind. I want to be better. And in that moment, it's like I want to be better for when she comes back, or I want to be better for just my fucking self, like for the next person. Yeah, I don't know. Me personally, with my heartbreak, I'm trying to think. My heart breaks.
Let's be
my heart broken.
let's be real specific on the first one. I want to talk about the first one because I'm pretty sure we all got our heart broken more than once, right? And it feels different, and it does something different each time. At least from what I can say. So I can just speak for myself. I can't speak for all women. I hear things like, oh, the guy who took your virginity is always going to have a place in your heart. Like I've heard all kinds of things, right? So I can't speak on other people's experience. I could just speak on what I experienced. So for me, when I first got my heart broken, what can I say about that? I mean,
that shit tough. I remember it.
I remember it. It was really painful. I will say that. Like it really hurt me. Like I was tore up. But I think that it made me like not trust men. Let's start there. It made me not trust men anymore. Granted, if I go into a relationship, I can trust you to an extent, but to full on trust and I would never swear behind a guy. Like I would never be like, oh, I know my man not doing. You would never hear me saying that because you can't put nothing past anybody. That's just how I see it. So it made me feel that way. It also opened my eyes. I was extremely naive. Like I really did think that. I don't know. I was young. I was really young, and I just really thought that, oh, this person would never. Like, yeah, he may do this, he may do that, but he would never. Like, that was my mindset at the time. And so I needed that realization. So am I mad about it? No. And the time it hurt, yes. Am I over it? Yes. I mean, it is what it is.
What's to do this and that, but not that? Like,
what did you just say to me?
Like, what's to do this and that? Like, he may do this and that. And why wasn't the this or that not enough?
Okay.
He may do this and that. What the hell was the this and that?
That's a good point. That's a good point, right? So at the time, I'm telling you about what I was thinking at the time. So I was like, okay, so at this time I was in high school and like early college, right? So I was with that dude for like 5 years.
Okay.
So when I was in high school,
shopping. Let's get to it. Come on.
So my thought process was, oh, he may probably flirt with some girls at school because we went to two different high schools, right? Oh, he may flirt with some girls at school, but he would never have sex with no other female. Like that, I would never, ever. I was certain he would never have sex with another girl. And so, yeah.
Okay. That was your this and that.
Yeah.
So, okay, then just asking. I know we're talking about something else, but just asking. That this and that, that this and that you're not even playing with that.
This and that is hilarious.
Like you're not even playing with that now.
Yeah, no, because that's what we call micro cheating.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a form of cheating, right? If you don't want me doing it,
that's a fact.
If you gotta hide, if you gotta sneak, it's a form of cheating.
Heart breaks. My heart has done a lot of shit.
That shook me up a bit. my relationship following that, I wanted a dude that was not even close to what he was.
Okay.
Nowhere near close.
I can get that.
So yeah, I wanted nothing, and I did that, and still wasn't what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But at least I guess it just felt like I was doing the right thing because I wasn't doing that anymore. I wasn't doing anything close to what he was.
Okay.
So.
And I can get that. I can get that. Just wanted something different at that point after you've been.
Yeah, and I mean, so here's the crazy part, right? Yeah. After that incident happened, we didn't even break up. We broke up for a little while. We didn't even officially break up. And this is how crazy how life works, because after that happened, we talked about it, whatever, and we continued, whatever. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't the same.
Yeah.
I wasn't the same. And guess what? I gave a fuck about 10 times less. And he felt that. He felt it. And so now he all into me, and he all crying, and he all.
And you're not there.
And I'm not there. I'm not there. And so when it came time to break up, I was like, great. Like, let's do this.
You was probably already outside.
Absolutely. No, not like that, but I was already out the door, I would say. Like, I was no longer interested. I didn't care what would happen after that. And I was pleased.
It's okay.
And if I was, he deserved it, so.
And my thing is, that's okay too, but let's just own that.
No, I wasn't doing that, though.
All right, my fault. No disrespect. Heartbreak. Not heart has
first.
Like.
Let's stick to the first.
See, the first thing wasn't really, my first one wasn't really a heartbreak. It was like a lesson. You even brought it up to me. I hadn't forgot about it until you brought it up to me before this. The first thing I've ever been taught from a heartbreak was like, I don't play that like choosing between me and somebody else. Like, I swear, if it's even an ounce of thought about somebody, please go over there. I'm begging you, go over there. I'm like, please. I don't have time for that. If it's a choice between me and somebody else, I'm please pick the other person. Like, I don't. It shouldn't be a choice. I'm not something to play with. I'm not something that you gotta weigh. And I've taken that with me like strong. Like, in any relationship I've ever been in, if somebody talking about somebody else or this, please, go over there. I don't.
I don't blame you for that.
Cringe.
I don't blame you for that, because nobody wants to be a second option. I don't want you to choose me because that didn't work out.
Yeah, or I don't want you to weigh me of something else, because it should weigh more because I should be for you. It should automatically just be me, just like you. I wouldn't play with you like that. I'm not gonna weigh you against somebody else. I choose you before. That's for a reason.
I mean, but let's be honest. If you was talking to a couple of females and you feeling them, you are essentially weighing out like who you know.
That's not how it works.
So how it works?
Even when you're talking to a couple of females, there's one that you'll knock them all off the board for if they act right or if things go a certain way.
You ain't never been caught between two?
Never.
Oh, okay.
It's not caught between two. Is if me and this other one ever locked in, I will knock the other ones off the board in a heartbeat. Okay. I don't want to play like that. So that was that heartbreak. Heart, pitter patter, heart, whatever. But my first real heartbreak, oh my God, that shit shook my world. And I'm a weird person, like. And when my heart got broken, like, I don't want to talk to my friends. I don't want to talk to my mom. I don't want to talk to nobody that's going to tell me fuck her. I don't want to hear that. So
you want to live in your delusion?
Not live in my delusion. It's just I still love that person. So it's like,
you don't want nobody talking bad about them and stuff like that.
Yeah. In that moment, I'm trying to talk to people that's on her side. And I was even when I think about it, it makes me cringe. But it's just how I thought about it. Like, I didn't, because in my mind, I know, you'll be fine. Somebody else, blah, 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 fuck her. Blah. I don't want to
hear that. Yeah.
No, I love this person. I don't want to hear that.
Damn.
So in my mind, it's like, let me talk to people that's there, because no matter how you feel about me, you have love for it too. So
let me ask you this: you feel like you like fully healed from that experience and that person?
So I told you before, when I was in high school, when I was 18 years old, all I ever wanted to do was be a boyfriend, husband, father. That's all I wanted to do. After that first heartbreak, that shit left my mind. I just wanted to be rich after that. The only thing in my mind was that if I'm rich, nobody could ever leave me. That's how I felt after my first heartbreak.
Why do you think that?
Because somebody, after that, somebody leaves you, I want to find the one thing that it's probably not true or not real, or how you say it. It's not everybody is. Money is one of the biggest things that people will rock with you no matter what.
All right, let me ask you a question.
There we go. you
No,
gonna combat that. I'm
no.
listening.
Just hear me out, right? So, and the idea is in my head. I don't know if I can articulate it as well as it's in my head right now, but
Okay.
just like if a woman looks a certain way, carries herself a certain way, she's gonna attract a certain kind of guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't necessarily mean that that guy has good intentions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if she was to flip it and say, "Oh, if I have all this money, don't you think you'll attract certain kinds of females?" And
You're comparing money to to a woman that looks good.
I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying.
I understand what you're saying, but it's not the same thing. But I get what you're saying.
Okay, so if you are, if you have money and you feel like that's somebody's gonna want you, great.
Not want me, not leave me. I don't care about wanting me. I want you
Oh,
not to
so
leave
they're not
me.
gonna leave you. Okay, great. So if you have a woman who is probably not your person, but sure she's not gonna leave you because you have money, you're okay with that idea? Like you're okay with that?
I would rather. So let's say I didn't right at that. Shit. So today I don't have money, right? So I don't have money. I do my due diligence. I find my person. I have more equipment in my pocket to keep this person with me because I have money. Not saying I'm gonna go out there and get somebody that's foul or doesn't really fuck with me, but it's like if I found somebody that fuck with me when I did have money, when I have money, that's definitely even more of an anchor to keep her there.
So what do you think your money is doing to keep her there?
I think
And the fact that you are proud to say that your money will keep her there,
I'm disappointed in it, but I know it's what life works.
I understand why you all would say that, because let me ask you this: why do you think some women stay for money?
Because women naturally want stability and safety and a foundation. That's what women naturally want, and money brings all of that.
Okay. I just wanted to see where your head was.
So it's like, and she should want a man. I'm not gonna lie, I don't blame her.
Yeah.
Life's scary. I'm tired of surviving. At least the nigga got money. Like, I get it. I completely understand it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how I tell you how I am these days.
No,
like,
I understand.
I don't trust them because it's like, we don't put y'all through the ringer. You got no other choice but to violate me. Or because where life has put you right now, you can't be genuine. You can't.
But why do you think that? Like, I feel like you're speaking on people who are going through things and experiencing trauma and not doing the work to heal from it.
Well, most because
no, but a lot of
7 times out of 10, that's how it's going.
Nobody's healing from their trauma. They're just existing and hurting people back and
We're not really focused on it, no. Yeah, like 7 out of the 10 people are not doing the work. And that's okay. We're all human. We had a long week at work. We're not trying to do no work. We're trying to be outside, do other shit, do hood rat shit with our friends, trying to turn up. Like, I get that. So, to me, no.
I mean, me personally, I hear what you're saying, but I do believe that we should prioritize healing. Yes. And not even just from like a past relationship, but just in general, like really like getting grounded and really figuring out what it is that we need to
self-reflection,
to show up as our best selves.
Yes, I think
and that's something that we should be doing on a daily basis. But to your point of people operating from a space that they did not heal from, I get it. You want to protect yourself because of that.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know.
I
just feel like that's why everyone's out here doing dirt, and that's why the dating pool is trash, and that's why.
Right, but I can't fix it. So what at least I could do was protect myself and just. I like I said, I don't trust.
What do you think that's gonna get you though?
I may be somebody. Hopefully, I'll be a rich uncle. When at the minimum, I'll be a rich uncle. At the most, I'll find love and find. But at the minimum, at least I'll be a rich uncle, a rich godfather, a rich.
I don't know. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying into it. I think everybody put on a facade at this point.
I want love. I would love, but I have to be mindful of what you guys have been through. Like, I can't expect y'all not
been through.
Nobody gives a fuck what we've been through.
It doesn't matter. The point is y'all still operating from a space of hurt. Like we were just talking about the first heartbreak. You guys are still operating from that place. I feel like when guys get their heart broken, they get stuck there.
Yeah, because that's the one thing. There's no way you gonna hurt me again like that. Yeah. Anything that smells fishy like that, whoa. Especially me being an overthinker. You, oh my God, you breathe differently when I say certain things. You respond differently after I say certain things. I can sense a mood. I can sense a tone. So yeah, I'm automatically thinking you're moving funny. And again, we live in a microwave society when people don't want to put up with people's mishaps or less. So yeah, I expect women to get what they want at the moment or what they want right now. And if I'm not giving all of it to them at that time, I expect them to go out there and get it. I don't trust it because I feel like y'all been done wrong. You know what I mean?
Like I said, this
I
can
feel
go.
this way because I know how far we violated y'all. Like I know how bad men have been to women that I can't put it past her because shit, she probably been through some shit. I don't think it's the best way to look at it, but it's just
Terrible way to look at it. Terrible way.
but it's reality. So yeah, my first heartbreak, it shook me
And
up a
maybe
lot.
it's me. Maybe I'm the problem.
No, I'm sure you're the problem.
Oh.
I'm sure of it. Because I don't even know what women you even think exist. The women, yeah, you.
No, I'm just thinking about me. Like,
Yeah,
when I'm navigating the dating space, I'm not going in thinking, oh, this nigga must have been through da 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 da. He might be out to do this, this, and that. That's not what's on my mind.
You're a big and better person than most people in
No,
this
no,
world.
no, no. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe I'm set myself up for failure.
Nah, but I would rather have it your way than my way. Of course, I just can't shake it no more. Like, I can't shake because all I wanted to be was that. You know what I mean? My first girlfriend, the first person that broke my heart, my phone. She had her face pin was on the phone, or her freaking wallpaper was her. Like I was a child. I was freaking naive. Now, oh, I'm not that guy anymore. I would love to get back there. I would love to get back there.
What will it take?
What will it take? Again, I would need somebody to genuinely like want me. I would have to feel that this person genuinely wants me. And I don't think anybody got time to genuinely want somebody unless it just so happened to happen.
So do you have time to genuinely want somebody?
I've always genuinely wanted somebody. Like I said, Flo's no, I've always wanted. But once I've chosen somebody, once my mind is like there, I'm locked. I don't know if that's how men are. I can say for me and a couple of other guys I know, once I'm locked, I'm there. But once you start moving as like past trauma shit, which could also be me and me again, my trauma scaring me or whatever, then I have to like readjust. I'm big on readjusting. If you start moving differently, I have to readjust. I will step back. But yeah, my first heartbreak.
So okay, so no, I want to know. So like, do you when you feel some type of way or if something feels familiar, it's called triggers. When you're triggered, do you have these conversations? Do you ask questions, or do you just the first call to action is to just fall back or to cut this person off or whatever the case may be? Like what's
My first thing will be naturally just to fall back, or I will get quiet or something like that. But I learned to speak about those things. Like I would rather get it. That's what I'm saying. I've grown. I would rather be vulnerable, put it all on the table, and then I might text it, turn my phone on hide alerts, and throw my phone away, and pick it up. Like, you know what I mean? Like let's be honest. I'm gonna be vulnerable here. But I will say everything I feel. I will do that. I'm at a place now where I would rather be that guy. I would rather die. Yeah, I have no problem with that. If I care, if I have feelings, I'm gonna say them. I like that. I've grown to be okay with being vulnerable, but I'm very choosy now.
vulnerability is a scary place. I'm not even gonna hold you. That's a hard space for me. Very, very, very hard place for me. Like I don't. The thing about vulnerability is that you have to be okay with this shit going totally wrong.
Yes.
You have to be okay with that.
And I think I'm great at that because I've thought about 19 ways this shit could go wrong. And once I sent that text, I've accepted them all.
And you have to, there's power in you being okay with
yes. Like, yeah. I'm at a point where, why did I say yes like that? I'm at a point where, like, I'm like, yo, I know while I still have work to do. I got flaws and shit. I'm a decent dude. Like, I got work to do, but where I'm going, I love it. I love the person I'm growing into now. So I have no problem dying out there. I don't have no problem being vulnerable. I don't mind dying out there. It's okay. It'll just be her loss.
Yeah, no. I'm not there
I love that.
Sorry.
Really? Nah.
I'm not there yet. Like, if you was to put me in a dating pool right now, I would not be vulnerable.
Oh, see, now it's different for y'all.
I would not be vulnerable.
I wouldn't be vulnerable, yeah. I wouldn't be vulnerable if I was you either.
Why not?
Because we different. I'm different and I'm a good guy. There's guys that's different and not as good kind of guys. So I got shit going on with me too, but
They more like more of a monster than you are.
Yeah, way more of a monster than me.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be. I get that.
I wouldn't be vulnerable right now.
I get that. And
Absolutely
honestly,
not.
I don't know where to go from here. I'll be honest with you.
I feel like vulnerability is something that you have to work for. You have to work for me to be vulnerable to you.
It's
With
just,
you, I should say.
I have to be vulnerable because I know the ulterior is me living in my head. And that's scarier than anything you could possibly throw at me. That's why I've chosen to be vulnerable. Because I can overthink some shit. I think the worst. And I get that from my mom because she was like, not pessimistic, but she'll bring up the worst possible scenario and most good things I've ever brought to her. Which is probably, but so like I think like that in every situation like that. I think about what's the worst possible thing that could happen. Like I could pull my heart out, she could laugh. I could pull my heart out, it's on red. I could pull my heart out and she read it and she out posting that. Like I think of every possible thing that'll smoke me or make me feel a different way, and I still do it because I'd rather die there. Because I have no problem cutting somebody off. I have no problem adjusting and moving different. Because I can give you all of me and I could just cut it off like boom. If you move differently or make me feel like I hate not feeling appreciated. I don't know where I get that from. It's just it's annoying, but
I could relate. I hate feeling unappreciated.
If I feel like
that's
that,
one of the quickest ways for me to like.
Yeah, I have no problem moving
turned
differently.
off.
I have no problem being with myself. So I don't miss nothing or whatever I do miss. I'm okay with. I'm good with it for right now. So I have being vulnerable is actually I'm proud of that. Like I have no problem with it. Yeah. I like knowing why I feel a certain way. I like talking about what triggered me. I like being able to say those things. I love those conversations. It's healing, and I feel like we move differently after that. So, yeah, I would rather be vulnerable.
Yeah, you have, like, a good sense of emotional intelligence.
Yeah, that part I've had since freaking the 4th grade. I've been telling people the other day. Like, I've always had that. So, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
my first heartbreak, I learned a lot.
For some reason, guys have this idea that y'all need that. Like, y'all need to go through that. And I don't know. Like, I don't agree with the idea of, oh, you're a good guy. You get your heart broken. And then you turn into this monster. And now you're violating everything coming your way.
It's a cycle.
And it's like, when does it end? Like, when do y'all, like... And first of all, do y'all ever even heal from that first heartbreak? Like, I feel like it leaves a stain, and it's very hard to
heal from the first heartbreak.
To navigate from that.
Yeah, you heal from it. I think the cycle goes, right? You're this great guy. You get your heart broken. You go out there again. You hurt somebody else because you got hurt from the first, and you lose a good girl. And then you go out there again with all the shit that you've learned, good and bad. Where you've learned from somebody violating you, you've learned from you violating somebody else, and then you take both of those things and both of those lessons, and you approach the next one having both of those sides. And you may still fuck up again, but you're better. You're better now than you were when you started because you're naive when you first start. Like I was very naive. I thought that was it. Like I'm set for life at freaking 18, 19 years old. What the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
I'm not even nowhere near the person I am now at that age.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
When I look back and I think about the relationships that I've been in, I can vividly remember me being in that honeymoon la 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 stage, and I realized the transition from me waking up and being real with myself and start noticing like, oh, me and this person may not be aligned. I don't like these things, whatever. Looking back, I can see the things that I didn't like as those big deal breakers, right? In the moment when you're younger, you don't know what your deal breakers are. Yes. You have to learn what your deal breakers are.
Yes.
So now that I'm older and now that I know certain things, I can look back. That's why they say to always like follow your intuition, listen to this, listen to that, whatever the case is, because when you're that young and you in it, you don't understand what it is what you're feeling and what you're thinking. You don't understand it just yet. Until you get older, you look back and say, oh, that's what that was. That's what that was. But like, I don't think any of us lives, right, and experience something for the first time and move right off of it. We have to understand it, which is crazy.
That you're absolutely. I remember seeing something. I've gone through a phone probably 2 times in my whole life. Remember when I was my first.
Listen,
I went through a phone.
Nobody do that. Like if you ain't doing shit, just save yourself. Don't do that. Don't go through no phones.
See,
like,
now I'm at my life. I expect it to be some shit. I'm not going.
Don't go through no phone.
There's no way you gonna go through that phone and everything. She ain't do one thing that you will be like. Because even in responding, what you responding for? But yes, I went to a phone, saw something, and I should have been like, yo, but something that now, what the fuck? Because seeing one thing in the phone, other shit perspired. If I'm using that word right, I gotta be careful with words. If I'm using that word right, other things happened before that for it to get to what I saw on that phone. And I know that now. Or even that alone was just too much. It should have been a deal breaker for me of what I saw.
Let me ask you a question. Is there certain things, right, if you did go through a phone today, if you did see certain things, is there some things that you would be like, all right, whatever. Like some things you would just be like, it's not that serious. I'm letting that rock, or this is expected, or whatever the case. So you expect clean whistle, nothing at all.
This is why I don't think I can be with nobody. Because there's no way it's going to be clean. Because you're going to entertain some shit. You're going to do some shit that if you saw on my phone, you'll be mad about. I can say that. And whoever's going through somebody's phone, you're going to see something that vice versa that person wouldn't like on your phone.
All right. Okay, let's say it's not another guy, right? Let's say it's a conversation amongst your girl and her friend.
That's even worse. Y'all be talking about how a nigga do things in bed and shit like that. You'll kill me, yo.
Let's not say nothing like that. Let's just say, just a conversation.
Talking about, what's the conversation about? Another guy?
No other guys are involved.
So what's the conversation in the girl chat? Because I know your group chat get vicious, but what's it about?
It's not a group chat. Just one conversation between your girl and her friend.
What was that?
I don't know. Let's say she's talking about some things that like you might have pissed her off one day or something like that. She's venting. Like
anything you say to her, you would have already said to me. Supposedly.
Allegedly.
Exactly.
So if it's something that you wasn't privy to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say, what's something that you would just let go? Because first of all, I personally feel like there's certain things that you're just not meant to see. And so when you go through a phone, you're really crossing some lines there. So some things you gotta chuck up, like, you know what? Let me just turn a blind eye to that. Because I wasn't supposed to see this anyway.
I'll be tight of two things. One thing I can't fix at all, or it's one thing I could have fixed. Those two things would hurt me like crazy. If it's one that I couldn't fix at all,
yo, that is crazy.
And one that I could have fixed, like, yo, you could have told me, we could have tried, we didn't have to do this. And one is just like, damn, I do got that going on for me, and I'm sorry, like, and it's nothing I can do about it. That would hurt a little bit, but
you wasn't supposed to see that.
Yeah, but it's like, damn, like, now I have an added insecurity, especially if it was something that I wasn't even mindful about. Oh, I do. Oh my, yeah, that's a new. Now you unlock the new insecurity for me, but I don't think I would be as mad as that than guy stuff. I think that's more of a violation to you if I see something in your phone. As far as that, when it's your friend, compared to me seeing you talking to somebody with a guy, yeah, that's different. But that guy stuff,
everybody always assumed that, like,
oh, it's in a woman's phone is that guy stuff, and it sometimes it could just be y'all talking to your friends saying other shit.
It could be that, or, well, I mean, you probably won't like that either. Never mind. Like, maybe it's not with your girls. Maybe it's her friends sending her stuff.
From her guys and shit like that.
Possibly, or the dudes who she's messing with, or like, whatever. And
you like, damn, girl, you getting all of that?
No, you're not responding. It's just, pictures is being sent, that kind of thing. You're not supposed to see stuff like that.
Again, I wouldn't be mad at that as much because that's none of my business. I shouldn't be in that. I don't think so. Facts. But other shit, and I just expected. I expected that shit's going on. Yeah. I expected that somebody's swiping up and you're responding to a swipe, but you know damn well you shouldn't be responding to it. And again, I'm not even mad that you responded to the swipe up. I'm mad that you felt like you wanted to. I don't care about that. I care that you wanted to.
Wait, like, so when you say respond to, like, it's not like, oh, you're mad pretty, and they're like, thank you. You don't like that? That ruffles your feathers?
Thank you. Nah, thank you is like, it's respect. Cordial. But then after that, or how many times every time you post, he's saying thank you, like you saying that.
There's some guys who they listen. they gonna respond each chance they get.
I'm not gonna lie. After you say thank you the first time, everything else should be a like the message. You don't gotta keep on giving a nigga words.
So you gonna make a fuss about something like that?
Make a fuss? No. But again, how would you feel? Vice versa. And if you feel away, yes, we have a problem.
Thank you. Just literally just thank you.
Right. If he doing the same thing, she keeps saying, "Oh, you look good.
Thank you.
Oh, you handsome. Oh, every time, and I just keep saying thank you.
I guess I could kind of understand because you're giving this nigga a little bit too much airtime. Like, you know, it's just a little too much, you know. I could kind of understand, like, you know.
In the same way, and when I'm with somebody, I swear to God, they're free as fuck. I want somebody to do what they want to do so I can see what they'd rather do.
Yeah, no,
So
100%
you want to keep I'm good. I'm good on that. I gotta adjust. I gotta back up. I don't like stuff like that.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like that that we have this idea that we expect worst case scenario. Like,
I have to.
No, you do have to. I agree. You do have to. But it sucks that that's the space that we are in.
But people could also just not do shit like that.
That's true. But the chances of that happening,
right? So puts me back at square one. I'm pull back. Like,
me personally, I would rather my husband not make me feel like that. And when I say that, I think that if I go into any situation, I'm going to feel like that. Like, I'm going to expect whatever. But I want us to build something so solid, and we've already worked through the kinks that by the time we get married or whatever, I feel like, you know, he wouldn't. Remember, I started off saying that I would never swear for nobody. I would love to swear for somebody. I would love to be able to be like, yeah, I know this, but it's too risky dealing with humans. It's just too risky. It's too risky.
Because human has to have their natural wants. And while I want you to go to your natural wants, I don't want you to hurt me in the process for it.
Right.
So,
and I kind of want you to, so I can know who you really are.
Yes, and I've gotten a lot of slack for this, like, even in the worst ways. I've said this from when I was young. I remember I was having an argument with my ex-girlfriend about this before. Like, if my brother is here, or Javon, or any of my brothers, I would rather. This is not gonna go well. I would rather, if my girl cheated or got caught, I would rather it be with one of them.
I was not expecting.
I already see it.
I was not expecting that. You're
because
wild as hell. Why would you rather that?
Because I would know.
Miles, what?
You guys are devious. You guys can.
What you mean? Because you would know. What are you talking
They're
about?
my brothers. They'll tell me.
Nigga, they cheated with her. What you talking about?
After it happened, yeah, of course.
Hold on, wait.
Before it happened, I get this not happen. I get, but once that happened, I'll be tight if they don't tell me.
Nigga, you not mad that they did it? Like, stay focused.
No.
I'm confused.
Because I feel like she would have did it with somebody and I would never know.
Now you gonna know.
And now she's toast.
But everybody finds out. But the thing is, why would you want to? You still gonna be brothers with this person afterwards?
Yeah, that doesn't bother. Because I shouldn't be in this. I shouldn't be in this. She should never be. If you're with me, and you want to be with only me. Anybody else, and at least with them, I would get to know.
Miles.
If it was with a random guy, I would never know.
Miles, you're wilding.
I knew you wasn't gonna like that.
No, but listen to this. No, hear me out, right?
I swear to God, I'm 100% behind that.
When we talk about cheating, like, you remember how you got on the pod the last time? He was like, if you pull it apart and you break it down to its little bitty pieces, and
this is the same thing. This is why I don't understand what you're not getting. What's the difference between?
No, Miles. But listen to me, right?
Listening.
If your girlfriend decides to cheat on you with your brother,
yeah,
your brother has so many opportunities to tell you about this person before they acted on whatever it is.
Not necessarily.
Yes, are you kidding me?
Oh, but that's cheating too.
Okay, but what I'm saying,
them before they actually physically cheated, they were cheating before that. I'm talking about telling me all of that. Or before, yeah.
So why would you be okay with still being friends with this person? I don't understand your thought.
He's a guy. That's what guys do. He naturally just what happened.
So you...
Would I do it? No. But
So
I would rather know. I don't know if it's my...
That's fine and all. I don't really care about you rather knowing.
You heat a guy.
You pissing me off because I don't understand your logic.
They all get it.
All the only thing that I'm hearing is, at least I would know. That's all that I'm hearing.
You guys are devious. You guys can have a whole...
When you are going to find out regardless. You're going to find out regardless.
You guys are way better at cheating than we could ever be.
It's not about being better at cheating.
How would I know?
You're going to find out.
How?
Have you ever been cheated on before?
Yes.
How'd you find out?
Later on. And like,
how
me asking years later.
That's how you found out.
I had a gut feeling the whole time, but I never knew.
There you go. You ignored your gut feeling. That's your problem.
What I'm supposed to do? Sit down and go through her phone and beat the shit out and ask if she gonna tell me?
That's for you to figure out.
I couldn't do that.
But the signs were there. The signs were there.
But that could just be my insecurities.
Nah, bro. They don't give us that intuition for no reason. No,
I can't do that.
It's up to us if we want to lock in
I was
with that.
18 years old. My insecurities could have told me a lot of things.
I understand that, but
I can't just assume she was cheating.
What I'm saying is, you have an opportunity to know. We all know. We all have some type of.
That's you guys are cops, and see, I'm not like that.
No, I didn't say you have to go searching.
Sometimes we will never know. That's very common for guys to never know. You guys are good. We'll never know. If it happens to one of them, I'll know, and I feel better about that.
And you still
because she's no longer my girlfriend.
You gonna kiki with them after they done?
Yes, they're doing what dogs supposed to do.
That's what you want to consider, y'all. Okay, I don't
you don't understand how that makes it's clear as day to me. And I've had the same problem every time I've ever said it. Women have just been felt like that about it, but all the guys get it. I don't know how they would feel about it, vice versa, but that's how I feel. I do. You don't understand. The not knowing hurts so much more. Oh my God. Ugh.
It does, because when you replay that shit back in your head,
imagine feeling something.
You start thinking this day, this time you did, and then when you was done, you did, and you can't. Whew.
Imagine feeling it in your stomach that somebody's cheating and you can't find shit.
You gonna have to skate
for days, for years, for months. This person seems different.
And you ain't figuring. You bugging out, don't you? You gotta sit them down.
And then say what? And what if she tells me no?
You can't.
I still don't believe you.
I don't know how to read you can't read body language. Like, I'm confused. You know, I read the body language.
It looks like it, but she's telling me no.
Fuck what she's saying. Read the room.
What do you mean read? I read the room. I saw it, but she's saying no.
Okay, but so would you just gonna pay attention to the words and not the actions?
I have to.
Why do you have to?
Because the words out of her mouth was that she's not and that she didn't.
All right, if you wanna play them games, then that's fine.
I'm not playing those games.
That's
right now. I'm just not. But now if I feel like that, I would just remove myself. That was just me back then. Back then,
as you should.
It's like, okay, you know, I really want to be with you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's different. But yeah,
But that's crazy, because when females come to y'all with the same logic, y'all chew them up. Like, I don't understand. And we allowed to be that way because we're more of an emotional creature. So I'm just confused as to why when we were like, oh, I just want to believe, I just want to.
What you mean?
Y'all start judging.
What you mean?
What you mean? You just said, oh, she's telling me no, I want to be with her, I want to believe. But if a female said that, we looked at it as stupid and dumb and this and that.
Because that is stupid and dumb now for me to do. I wouldn't do it now. I'm saying back then. I was freaking 18 years old.
I guess.
I wouldn't do that now. Now, if I feel that way, listen, you may be not. You may absolutely not. But this shit feel like you are, so I'm going to holler at you. You know what I mean? That's how it is now. But before, it was like, I just want to be here. You telling me no? Shit, okay. But again, there's no way for us to really know. Sometimes women get caught, but for the most part.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah, because y'all can hurt a man to a core where it's cheating. Y'all can hurt a man to the core just because we think you cheating. You actually doing it, yeah. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
And then that's what I'm saying too, like, even when I get finally settled down with somebody, I don't ever want to have the feeling of they would never. Because I think, not because they would never, because there's a part of it that makes me comfortable. And I don't want to have that either, if that makes any sense. You get that?
Yes.
Yeah, so I also don't want to have that.
So you don't want to be comfortable.
I feel like when I get comfortable, she has every right to start. Just like if she gets comfortable, it's the same thing.
Okay, when we say comfortable, in what sense? Like
taking somebody for granted. Things that I was doing before I don't do anymore because I got comfortable.
So you want to keep them on their toes.
So I'd rather feel like I could lose her someday because she is just a great woman. You know what I mean? Not, I got her. She would never. She's a great woman, but she would never. And I just start moving like that. No.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Facts. Yeah. Yes, I like that. I like that stance because I want the same thing. I want the same thing. Absolutely. I don't want to get comfortable, and I don't want my partner to get comfortable either.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day. Yeah.
We're changing so I mean, you gotta I don't know. It's just, yeah. But yeah, man, heartbreaks are tough.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that never lands well. Nobody ever likes to hear when I say that, but I swear to God, I feel that way.
It's very weird.
Because I don't lose anything.
Why would you? I just can't understand why you would want to be friends with your homeboy
What's
after
changed?
he he's the closest person to you. That's
It's
betrayal.
not about like.
Yeah, y'all guys are weird.
Yeah, we are.
Because if a female did that, it's no way in the hell.
Yeah, but y'all not really friends anyway. I don't really that don't really count, man.
That's very ignorant of you.
Yeah, nah, you can say that.
What you mean we're not friends? What do you mean by that?
Y'all all one birthday dinner away from not being friends, man. You really look at it, man.
Miles. You know a few of my friends, and that is nowhere near close to the vibe. Nowhere near close. Nowhere near close. I have some friends who are like family.
Yeah, for sure. I know who's getting.
We are not one birthday dinner away from. That's not true.
Maybe not true.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, okay. Maybe not true, gang.
But what I did want to say is this. You said we were talking about your first heartbreak. Mm-hmm. Did you experience another one after that? Or was it just, that was like the only one?
Yeah, I experienced a heartbreak after that, but I deserved it. So it's different. Like, but I did experience a heartbreak after that. But it was one, it didn't humble me. It kind of just, I don't know what to call it. But it was a heartbreak, and again, it was a choosing situation. It was always like,
okay,
oh my God. And again, because I did certain things, I sat with it that I probably wouldn't do again now in my life. But I felt like I deserved it. That my second heartbreak, I felt like I deserved it, honestly. It was, again, like the cycle. Girl hurts guy goes out, hurts girl. And then loose girl.
Yeah. And that one, you kind of felt that one because you're a good person or whatever the case may be.
For sure. So I deserved that one. But it taught me stuff too. I'm a well evolved guy. I'm the best I've ever been in my whole life, and I think it's perfect because of these heartbreaks, to be honest with you. So yeah, man.
I don't know. I feel like everyone. I don't know if. For a woman, at least. I don't know if the first heartbreak is as I guess bad, as the one after it. Because I feel like for some reason you may be more invested or you may be more entangled. And so
In the second one?
Yes.
So it's weird. The second one has more substance and depth to it. The first one is just a broad, your heart was breaking, but it wasn't too many details to it, if that makes any sense.
I think
like,
I understand.
It was bigger because it's probably like, again.
The first time you feeling it, so it feels so.
What the fuck? Like, even love felt different.
Yes.
Because I had never felt and all the times I've been in love, my heart has grown deeper. If that makes any sense. The amount I could possibly love somebody expanded. And each time I've been in love, it's like, oh shit! Like I didn't know
I can get here.
Whoa,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the first one was huge, just like it just kicked through the door. I didn't even know this thing was there, let alone it was gonna break.
yeah.
Right? And the second one is just like, this one really broke. Like it's pieces in it. It's a lot more in there. Like it's depth to this heartbreak. But yeah, the first one, I get what you're saying.
And then I don't even know like how to define a heartbreak because I just feel like no one's going to be able to hurt me as bad as the first one. Even though the one after that feels like it came with more substance. Does that make sense?
Nobody will, and I don't want to change what you're saying, but I think you're saying nobody will ever be able to hurt you like that again.
What did I just say?
Nobody will be able to hurt you again.
Yes.
Nobody will be able to hurt
like
you that way.
Yes.
Fuck no. Yes. I completely agree. That can't.
Yes.
I'll jump and hide under a cover before you.
Yes.
You're not gonna hurt me there. And again, once you even start moving things, I'm already thinking you're doing that.
Yes, because I remember the first time that I got hurt. I remember like going to my friends and literally crying on my friend's shoulder. I remember being in class. I was in college. I remember I was in class trying to answer questions. Like, raise your hand, answer a question. And I couldn't because I was just crying and crying. Like, it was just bad. I was
my first heartbreak, it was the butt of hell with my friends' jokes. They was cooking me. Every chance I get. We would joke around. You start joking on each other. That's where they went.
Oh, that's low.
That's what all my friends were. It was, I don't know.
That's low. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Like, looking back now, it's like it wasn't that serious. Like, it wasn't that. But at that time, it just did a lot. And then when you start thinking back and calculating this, that, and there, it's just like, oh wow,
Yeah, a lot of shit
niggas
is
is
like,
foul, but whatever.
yeah.
It wasn't that serious for me. Now I feel like I needed it. You know, it's definitely like a wake up call. It definitely showed like don't put all your trust in one person.
See, but is that okay?
To be honest with you, I want to say yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I want to say yes because there's like some people say trust has to be earned, right? And other people feel like trust is a choice.
Yes, I can see that. Just like commitment, yes.
See, that's different, I think.
Commitment and trust are closely the same. No?
I don't think so. I think that commitment is a choice, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why for me trust is a little
Mm-hmm.
on the fence for me is because someone can break your trust.
And the next day you got to be committed to trust them again, even if what they did, just like that whole forgiving somebody after they cheated, you gonna let it go or not? If you're gonna be with this person, committed to this person, you have to. Don't forget about it, but you can't keep bringing it. You know what I mean?
Yes, you can.
It's a commitment thing.
Yes, you can. You
Keep
can
bringing it
keep
up?
bringing it up. If that's what I need to do to heal from this, you have to suffer through that. You should never did what you did. So you have to go through whatever it takes for me to heal from this. And if you don't want to do it, then let's not do this at all. But you can't hurt me. You can't hurt me and then tell me how to heal from it.
Do you have to do any work?
Me or the other person?
You.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But if I need to talk about it to get through it, if I need to talk about it to revisit certain things, just because it makes you uncomfortable, that don't mean you can silence me.
I think I said it the wrong way. You can't throw it in their face. You can bring it up. You can bring it up. I'm sorry, I said that wrong.
You can't.
You can bring it up for sure.
You can't throw it in their face.
You can't throw it in their face.
Because if we're trying to get past this, then that's kind of
That's
like
the commitment
pedaling
part.
backwards.
You know what I mean? You're committed to
Yeah.
trusting them again. You know, that's why I think they're one and the same.
No. So commitment and trust is two different things.
Okay, let's go back into it. Okay, how?
You being committed to trusting someone is that, but
Right.
commitment just sounds like I'm doing this. I'm here. I'm locked in. This is what we're doing.
Locked in. Trust isn't that locked in? No. You keep another shit in your pocket that you're not supposed to. If you're gonna commit to somebody, trust has to be in that. You can't commit to them and be like, yeah, I commit to them, but I don't trust them. You ain't commit.
That's tricky.
I ain't tricky. Just sit with it, gang.
That's tricky. I understand what you're saying, but you could be with someone.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can do it, but you're doing it wrong. I
Yes.
can't say wrong. It's not healthy.
Yes, that's true. But maybe you're working on it. Maybe
Oh, but as long as we're aware that you're doing it wrong, we're fine.
you're probably trying to get there. You know, like if someone has broken your trust, you're not gonna wake up the next day and oh yeah, I trust you again. It just don't work like that. You need time. You need to heal. The person needs to show you that they can trust you again, and then I guess when you feel comfortable, you can choose if do I really?
You're committed to the process you're committed to getting it back. Yes, I do
Yes,
understand. You don't
yeah.
have to off the
break
next day,
saying,
no, but you should be
yeah.
doing the work to yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I get that. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
and it's not easy. The whole thing is just not easy.
But you're better off after it though. Once you get through that, I think once you get through a lot of shit in relationship, you're just better off.
No,
and
but
that's why you don't want to
imagine
move or leave this person because you've been through so much.
you put in too much time and energy.
That's also a trap.
But imagine you work through these things and they betray you again.
Now I'm asking you, what happens then?
That's a different level.
That probably
of
won't
pain.
even hurt. I don't know.
You don't think so?
You may be numb.
You might be for real, but
Maybe
it's
not.
just like
Because the first one going to be.
why did we even do this? Like, for what? Oh, for you to turn around and
The third one probably numb. The second one probably hurt again. The second one probably. The third one probably be the numb one. But how you got past the second one? You know what I mean? But yes, I get what you're saying.
That shit is crazy. And then even getting numb is not a good thing.
No.
It's not a good
You're supposed to
thing.
feel this shit. You're supposed to feel all of it. Even the hurt, you're supposed to feel that. Because if you don't feel that, we're not really doing this for real. Like, the part of you is already out the door. Yeah. And you got to notice that shit. You got to notice that shit on both sides. You should notice it and they should notice it.
Getting numb is a scary thing. It's
Yeah.
very, very scary.
Getting numb is a scary thing, and getting numb and staying in a relationship is a crazy thing. Because I guess you could find a spark, but you may not.
I think, okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's fair if you guys are open about what it is that you're going through right now? Like, yo, I know we trying to work through this, but I'm kind of numb. Like, I'm kind of numb. I'm trying to get it back, but I'm not there right
As
now.
long as you're trying new ways to do the work, yes. But if you're not trying to do the work and just sitting in it, no. But if you're doing the work, yeah, stay numb. At least you're trying. You got it. What you saying? Yeah, no.
Nah, I'm not saying no. I'm just shaking my head like the other day you were saying like relationships is a lot, and it truly is.
Yeah, all relationships are a lot. I mean, all of them. But they're worth it. If you find your person, they're fucking worth it. On the other side of them is just great things. It's a once you get through all of that, you guys are gonna be speaking the same language forever, and that's freaking tough. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure, and that's why I understand why people celebrate, marriages and long relationships so much, because it take a lot to get there. But I want to talk to you about forever. I know you didn't see it, and I know you don't know everything that happened, but I do want to talk about how, things played out and get your take on it. From a guy, at least.
All right, I'm listening.
So, as you know, she was dating a guy or whatever, and she was dating a guy, and it appears as though she was his first love. And initially when they first started like going on dates or whatever the case may be, the whole sex tape thing came out, or head tape, whatever you want to call it. And he was still willing to rock with her through it all. Like, he saw the good in her, and he was still trying to stick beside her.
And he's a guy outside of the sex tape. He's not.
No,
he's
exactly.
Not,
He's
not
a guy.
a star.
He's the guy outside of the sex tape, right?
Right.
And this guy who's in the sex tape. The crazy part is the guy who's in the sex tape is like a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? The guy who's not, he's just like, he appears as a lame, easygoing guy, whatever.
Shout out to my boy.
And so, they struggled. The reason why I did like the movie is because those feelings, the way how they depicted, the way how the whole situation, it just felt so nostalgic. Like you remember being like that.
Trust.
And they did a good job executing that. I have
Trust.
to say, you remember being like that. And so, everyone, I think, was assuming that she was gonna go to the guy who was gonna, go play ball and da-da-da. But she ended up actually staying with the other dude. She actually ended up staying with him, and they made it through high school together, and now it's time to go to college. And he wanted to go to the same college as her. And initially, I think she got defensive. She was kind of like I kind of want to spread my wings. And he was like, if you don't want to go, if you don't want me to come to the same school as you, like, just say that.
That's the basketball player saying that?
No, this is the lame dude. So her and the lame dude actually ended up like staying in a relationship.
Okay.
And making it through high school together.
Okay.
And when it's time to go to college, they gonna go to separate colleges.
Okay.
I think she was going to Howard, and I don't remember what his situation was. He was suffering with some, I think like, what was it? Maybe like ADHD or something like that. Some type of disability or something was in his way. School for him was a little bit was a challenge. But anyway, he ended up telling her like, "Yo, what if I come to school with you?" Like, he's real excited about it.
I remember
and her whole demeanor shifted. She was just like, "Yo, like what? Like, you want to come to school with me?" Like,
damn.
And so they ended up talking about it or whatever, and they ended up going their separate ways. Like, she was going to school and he went to do his own thing, and I think he ended up breaking up with her actually.
Okay.
Like, I think it's best, you do your thing, I do my thing, or whatever the case may be. I don't remember if it was him or her. I don't remember who broke up with who, but they ended up, like, ending things or whatever the case may be. And it seems as though that heartbreak for him fueled him to just be better.
Yeah.
Like, even because at the time, the other dude who she would have went with, he was playing ball, but he was already nice. He was already, getting noticed for it and stuff like that. This guy was on the bench.
Okay. Yeah.
But they was playing each other one time, and that gave him put the battery in his back. Now he playing hard, and now he's shooting. Like, like it just did something for him. And I just feel like that's just the male ego. Like,
sometimes we need that.
Yes.
We need it to I suffer with that too. I never had, I guess, any doubt in me. How do I say this? Nobody has ever doubted me in my life as far as family and friends and stuff like that, and I think it kind of gave me a disadvantage because I needed that. Only thing the first time I ever got that was the breakup, so I could see how that pushes you. You need that. Like, sometimes it leaves me confused. It's like, damn, Nobody doubted me. What? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's always been like, Miles, you can do it. Miles, you can do it. Miles, you can do it. It's just like, damn, can I? But if somebody doubts you, somebody chooses something else besides you, it's like, oh, you got to do it. So yes, I understand that, and I love that. Even for something like that, I would have rather her been with the basketball player. But I don't play. Oh my god, I told you that's triggering me. I don't play that shit, man. Go be with him, and I wish you nothing but the best, man. And I don't know, let life play out. But yeah, I think it's fuel.
I do think that for guys it is fuel, but sometimes it could be negative. Like, you guys could take that fuel from a situation like that where you get your heart broken and just, like I said, dog out other females or whatever the case may be.
That's a fuel.
I just don't know another narrative. I've never heard a guy be like, "Oh yeah, I got my heart broken, but it's okay. Like, I'm ready to."
Not the first one. No, absolutely not. No guy's first heartbreak is gonna be like that.
That's why I'm trying to understand, why does it stain you guys to that capacity?
Because that was probably the purest and most committed we've ever been. That's the time we did everything right in that one. Most of the time.
And it still didn't work.
And it still didn't work? Oh, nah, fuck that. The fuck? What are you talking about? I deal with it that. No. So, yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
I don't know. It's hard for me to process. I'm gonna be honest. It's hard for me to process, and it's fine because I'm a female. I'm a woman.
Y'all handle it differently. Y'all go out, y'all rebound and shit like that. Y'all do your own.
No. Don't try to slide that in there. That's not okay.
Now, what do y'all do after a heartbreak? Let me ask you a question. What is your? I can't say that because the guys do the same thing. But like, what do you do after a heartbreak? What do your friends tell you to do after a heartbreak? What's y'all consensus? What's the group chat like? What happens after a female's heartbreak?
This has been Now Imagine the podcast. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and share our platform.